Do you think you would do that in hindsight after every big milestone in the past, sort of just do like a reset and do something that like checks your brain, like resets it to baseline with?
I should have. Like my buddy Bill wanted to bet me like $1 million. I couldn't work as a valet for a month, and I should have done that. I didn't do it. It was like
$1 million bucks?
Like, yeah, it was like summertime here. It's like 120 something fucking degrees, and like the World Series is going on. There's like all this money to be made. So it probably would have cost me money, but I think it would have been really good to do.
So like when you guys bet each other's ridiculous, exorbitant amounts, and you have to, money's moving back and forth, and we all know how the IRS is with, even if you trade a used car, you have to pay the fucking tax, and then it trades again. There's another tax on the same car that's already been bought.
Yeah.
Like, how's it work with gambling? Do you have to?
That's a great question. That actually,
because a lot of it is cash, especially the games you play. It's a bit different than in a casino, probably, where it's like on record or something.
Well, casinos like, chips, it actually used to be where you could go in there with literal like bricks of cash. I remember we'd be playing and people would like chuck in a fucking $100,000 brick of cash, and it was like your asshole would just pucker up, So you didn't know if they were doing that to like bluff or to like be perceived as bluffing, So there was like that whole meta to consider. But anyways, when you're in a casino, it's chips, it's cash, it's going back and forth. Whereas when you're playing the private games, it's a fucking wire going from bank to bank. And, that fucked up like Beal and Alec Gore. Well, I guess it didn't fuck them up. They're both billionaires. But like, I think Andy Beal lost $700 million that in 1 year, wired it to Alec. Alec then had to pay the taxes, which was like 50-something% in Cali. So the government gets half. Let's just call it half. So 350 here, 350 there. Then the next year, I think Alec loses back like some of the money, like more than 350. So basically, like they
do you get to
lost.
And do you get to write that off when you lose money
No,
gambling?
There's no carry back, carry forward.
That's
like
horrible.
within that year, yes, but like not after.
Yeah.
Unless like even if you're a professional gambler, I don't think. And so. Yeah, the government was the only winner in that match. It was like super. I mean, like, how can you fade that 50%? It's like basically paying 50% juice. It's so, like, it's brutal.
Well, what if you like set up a C corp that represents you as like a gambler? Does that even make sense?
No, it does make sense. I just don't think they allow it. Like, they have very specific guidelines as to like carry back, carry forward on gambling losses, and like only if you're an actual gambler can you even write off losses. So it's like, it's kind of a fucking shitty deal.
Do you see some of the big name guys that play the private games going to like crypto now to avoid that shit?
They're all in crypto. Yeah. So
I would think that would be the ideal way to go about it.
Well,
hypothetically, if you were, trying to skirt the fucking system.
Well, just paying, man. Like it's like instantaneous, like they get the fucking money. The money's there. There's no like possible clawbacks. You don't have to wait. I mean, it's just instant settle ups. So the whole gambling community's gone to crypto just for a slew of reasons, not to mention that like pretty much everybody in the gambling community has known about Bitcoin too since like 2013, 14. So I was getting paid in Bitcoin, I mentioned that in the book in like 2013 or 14. That was like the best way that was pretty much like the only way to get it out of Macau.
Yeah. So
a lot of the gambling community probably got more rich off the crypto than the fucking gambling, to be honest.
Do you regret cashing out at 16 or whatever it was?